Hey guys, Rez the Collector here with the first of many reviews on a lot of figures that I did receive for Christmas. Um, Out of the 34 figures that was an actual eBay bid that my mother-in-law got me, 18 of those figures were Superman or Superman related. Now out of those 18, 5 of them are duplicates that I already had loose. Some of them are duplicates I haven't packaged, but I don't count those as duplicates because loose, I actually get to really review them, whereas in package, they're just set aside. So I had 5 duplicates that I already had loose. So that leaves me with, what was it? It was 16. 16. Alright, you know what? Something like that. There was 16 Superman, 16 figures that bore the S. 4 of those were duplicates, and then I had 2 more. So yeah, 18, 5 total. Okay, yeah. So anyway, I have 12 Superman, different types of Superman figure that are going to be reviewed. Sorry, I just brain farted. It's been a long day. It's of course the day after Christmas right now. Of course, as I'm sure everybody who celebrates the holiday. It's been a long day of running around yesterday, going to family, all of that. So my brain hasn't fully recuperated, so I apologize for that. So this is the first of many reviews that you're going to be seeing on the figure lot that I received. This is the Justice League of America Superman figure, put out by DC Direct. Now there's a couple different Justice League. There's, of course, it's based on the TV show, and this isn't the classic icons. I don't have a loose classic icon Superman, but I would love one, so I am always on the lookout for that. But I decided to go ahead and review him first because he is one of those key pieces that I've been missing, that I've really wanted, that every time I'm looking on eBay or Amazon, he's always one of the figures that pops up. He's generally rather expensive, and I don't want to spend the money on him. So I'm really glad that I got him, that he came in this lot. Now, like all the figures that came in this lot, he was very, very dusty. I have cleaned him up. I've cleaned them all up, but I've noticed once I was pulling him out for review, there was some spots I missed. So I'm going to have to go over each figure again as I review them and clean them up. But we're going to go ahead and just do this 360 on him real quick. You can see he does have the yellow S in the back. It's a little bit different of a yellow S though. Generally the S is outlined in black on most things, or just embossed, whereas this one is actually outlined in red, and I noticed a couple of the ones I got were outlined in red like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a close look at the face. Having some focusing issues. There we go. This is a very good head sculpt for Superman. It does have that strong superhero jaw. The hair sculpt is very nice. He does have the S curl coming down. Very good range of motion on the head. He looks really far up, really far down, left, right. A nice ball joint that they have that on. Very nice sculpting on the neck. I mean, he's even got an Adam's apple, as you can see there. Now, this is an off-the-shoulder cape look. Comes straight down, but it doesn't hang down like a lot of those do, where it comes down to like half down the back. It is pretty much straight across the neck there. Of course, like I said, we do have that yellow S with a red outline on that S. Very nice cape. Very flexible and movable. You can see not so stiff. A lot of the capes that came on, more so with the Mattel line, they tended to do the stiff capes. A couple things a little bit different about this figure is the S is a little smaller than we had been seeing on previous figures around this era. It plunged down a little bit and it wasn't as wide. And then we had more of this point here at the last swoop of the S instead of it coming to a rounded version, which they started to go through and you can see even more so on the new 52 Superman. We also had this extended point here at the top of the S, whereas generally that's just a small notch. They really extended that on this figure. He also had a bit more of a plunge here at the belt line. Now generally the belt line on a Superman figure is going to go straight across, but this one actually followed the curvature of the torso and curved down. Of course, we do have the standard red underwear on here. And then coming down, we've got the standard Superman boots, but just a little bit more accented, a little, they come up in that V is a little deeper than normally would be. And I noticed that a lot in this figure, it's a lot of those stark angled lines to really show off the contrast between the blue of the leg and that deep plunge in the red boot, and the same here on the torso, that plunge there, and then the plunge here with the yellow. So they did a lot of different aesthetics with this character. They made him a lot more of a leaner Superman, as I think what it comes down to is those lines are meant to be more sleek and lean instead of overly muscled. Now let's take a quick look at his articulation. I did show you the head articulation. For a DC Direct figure, he does have very nice arm articulation. You can see go up, down, out. Of course, he has elbow, and he does have hand articulation. There is no waist articulation, no waist swivel, no waist crunch, which is per the norm for this era of the DC Direct figures. The new DC collectibles, of course, coming out, we are seeing a lot more of the ab crunches. He does just have straight up and down, not that far back on that leg articulation. It's hitting here because of that plunge in the back. You can see how that's affecting the articulation, because basically it's stopping here because this plunges down in the back as well. I need to get some better light in here. I apologize, guys. So quite a bit forward, but not that much back. Of course, we do have knee articulation, but no ankle, thankfully. He's never going to suffer from ankleitis. He does have a bit of banana leg or curling of the leg, which I may end up fixing with a little boiled water to get that a little straighter and get him to stand a little bit more evenly. I found that he is a very nice figure for posing. For some reason, I particularly like this pose here with the fist coming up. This is the pose I like him in. I'm going to be putting him back in the case in this pose. I had him straight armed in the case. I just actually put these in the case today because I just got them, of course, yesterday. But I think when I put him back, he's going to go in like that. Now, you can't even really see him in the case, unfortunately, at this point, because my case is overflowing now with all the influx of these new figures. Fortunately, my father-in-law has found me a new case, so I probably won't be getting that until the first of the year. But when I do, I'm at that point going to do a collection update, because I'll be able to rearrange everything, get all the new figures laid out so that I'm going to be able to see them. And I actually am probably going to be moving my entire collection into the room that is right next to this room. This is actually in my house. This is downstairs in, I guess, what's considered the basement. The way my home is laid out, we're on a sloping hill. So when you come in the front door, you're actually coming on this level, and then you go upstairs to where the actual living space is. And then there's patio doors where you actually go straight out into the backyard. So front door, you're coming in from downstairs, you go upstairs, and all of a sudden you're in the backyard without going any more stairs. Hard to explain. Hopefully you get the picture. But the previous owners to my house, sorry, basically there's another room next to this one, and which is much larger, that I have finally convinced my wife to let me move into. So I'm going to be taking my entire collection, moving it out into that room. The big display case I have in here is going to be going out there, the new display case, my desk, everything that's on the walls in here is going to be moving out. I really don't want to see all the nail holes that I've put in these walls, but this room's pretty much just going to become storage at that point, so who cares? So sorry I basically gave you a layout of my house when you're looking for an action figure review. But yeah, just updates that my videos might be slowing down at that point because I am going to be doing the big move. And it's going to take me a while to get everything moved and situated and finally set up. So you might just see my review space change. I might actually just start reviewing them in a different spot, maybe upstairs, until I get everything switched over. Because I will try to continue to get these videos out because I do have quite a few figures to review and get up on YouTube. Now I think I've gone ahead and rambled enough. This is, of course, Rez the Collector. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. If you like action figure reviews, mainly DC, and of course, mainly, excuse me, mainly DC, and of course, mainly Superman. But I did just get that big influx of other characters, so we're going to see some Captain Marvel / Shazam, we're going to see some Wonder Woman, some Batman, Green Arrow, a plethora of Flashes. So basically, any character you like in the DC universe, you're probably going to be seeing, well, main characters. Let me see it. You know, A and B, some C-level heroes. You know, we're not going to get getting down into the, you know, Bawana Man or anything, but if you're looking for anything like that, you're going to be seeing that coming up with these reviews. Again, I am Riz the Collector. I do want to thank you for watching, and you have a very nice night. Thanks.